What happens when the world's most ambitious tech billionaire crosses paths with Africa's most mysterious inventor? This is not just another startup acquisition. This is a seismic alliance. Elon Musk has reportedly signed a staggering $1 billion deal with Zimbabwean-born innovator Maxwell Chikumbutso, a man known for building self-powered generators, flying cars, and wireless electricity systems, all without ever setting foot in Silicon Valley. If this partnership is real, it could reshape everything, from how we power homes, to how we charge our cars, to how nations define energy independence. So who exactly is Maxwell Chikumbutso? Why did Elon Musk choose him over the world's major energy corporations? And could Africa become the next global tech superpower? Let's uncover the full story. Maxwell Chikumbutso grew up far from high-tech labs or billion-dollar investors. No formal engineering degree, no wealthy backers. Just one thing, an obsession with solving Africa's power crisis. Years ago, he stunned scientists after unveiling a mysterious invention called the greener power machine, a generator that could produce electricity without fuel, solar panels, or wind. Critics called it impossible. Engineers called it alien. But government ministers and corporations started paying attention. Soon after, he demonstrated a self-charging electric car, a backpack that could power an entire home, and even a drone aircraft that could fly indefinitely without refueling. Yet, despite his breakthroughs, African institutions dismissed him, labeling his work too unconventional to be real. But one man was watching quietly. Elon Musk. Elon Musk has one core mission: end humanity's dependence on fossil fuels. Tesla batteries are powerful, but they still need to be charged. Solar farms are expanding, but they still depend on weather. But a self-sustaining perpetual generator? That's the missing link Musk has been searching for. Insiders report that Musk sent a private team of Tesla engineers to test Chikumbutso's technology. What they found allegedly shocked them. Not only did the machines work, they required almost no maintenance, no fuel, and produced zero emissions. That's when negotiations began. And now, whispers from industry insiders suggest a $1 billion joint venture is underway, with plans to integrate Chikumbutso's energy tech into Tesla's next-generation battery systems, SpaceX remote colonies, and even Starlink ground stations. If this deal comes to life, 3 major shifts could happen. Africa becomes a global energy supplier. Instead of importing tech, Africa exports it. Electric vehicles become truly self-charging. No more charging stations. No more range anxiety. Remote villages gain power overnight. Millions could get off-grid electricity without building a single power plant. This could be the biggest leap since Nikola Tesla dreamed of wireless energy over a century ago. Is this too good to be true? Maybe. Many say Maxwell Chikumbutso is the real-life Tony Stark. Others still question his science. But here's the thing. Elon Musk doesn't invest $1 billion in fairy tales. If Musk believes, the world might soon believe too. What most people don't know is that Tesla has already begun quiet experiments with Chikumbutso's designs. According to leaked reports, a modified Tesla Model X has been spotted inside a private testing facility, not plugged into a charger, but hooked to a compact greener power module mounted near rear axle. Sources claim the vehicle drove for 72 continuous hours without a recharge, no charging cables, no solar roof, just an endless loop of self-regenerating power. Meanwhile, at a SpaceX facility in Texas, engineers reportedly tested a Chikumbutso-powered fuel station, a small off-grid pod designed to power Starlink terminals in remote African deserts and Amazon jungles. If successful, it means SpaceX satellites could operate without relying on diesel generators or rechargeable battery farms, making internet access possible anywhere on Earth permanently. But that's just the beginning. Oil and energy corporations are terrified. A leaked memo from an unnamed European energy lobby calls the Musk-Chikumbutso partnership a threat to global economic stability. Translation? They're scared of losing control. The moment ordinary people can generate their own energy, without utility bills, fuel taxes, or grid dependence, entire industries collapse overnight. Some governments are already drafting regulations to review unlicensed autonomous energy devices. In simple terms, they're preparing to fight back. But here's the twist. Elon Musk has enough influence to bulldoze through bureaucracy. And Chikumbutso? He's not just selling technology. He's triggering an energy revolution built on freedom. Maxwell Chikumbutso has one non-negotiable condition in the deal. Africa must benefit first. Rather than moving production to the U.S. or China, he insists that manufacturing plant be built on African soil, creating thousands of jobs and training a new generation of engineers. Talks are underway to launch Africa's first gigafactory, not powered by electricity, but generating its own electricity internally using Chikumbutso systems. A self-powering factory building self-charging vehicles for self-sustaining nations. This isn't just innovation. It's independence, forged through technology. As we speak, drones are scanning land in South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Kenya for possible factory locations. Tesla lawyers are finalizing patents. Chikumbutso's engineers are building next-gen prototypes in sealed labs. And the world? Still asleep. But not you. You're now ahead of the curve. Because when this launches, whether it's next month or next year, history will remember it as the moment Africa stopped being a consumer technology and became its most powerful creator. Want to see how these machines actually work from inside? In the next episode, I'll break down Chikumbutso's most controversial invention, the fuel-free generator, and explain how scientists think it might actually function. But here's where things get even more intriguing. While the public is still debating whether Maxwell Chikumbutso's inventions are real or exaggerated, a quiet race has already begun behind the scenes. Multiple African governments are competing to secure hosting rights for the first Chikumbutso Musk energy facility, hoping to become the continent's new technological capital. Kenya is offering tax-free industrial zones. Rwanda is proposing fully automated smart city districts powered entirely by Chikumbutso's generators. Meanwhile, South Africa is leveraging its existing automotive industry, pushing to integrate the technology directly into Volkswagen, Mercedes, and Ford's local plants. Insiders hint that Musk might even convince one of these traditional automakers to license the self-charging tech under Tesla's umbrella, effectively flipping competitors into customers. Energy conglomerates are quietly lobbying to ensure strict regulation on decentralized power systems, arguing that uncontrolled energy devices could destabilize national grids. In simpler terms, they fear losing control over electricity, control over fuel, control over citizens' dependence. Yet neither Elon Musk nor Maxwell Chikumbutso appears interested in asking for permission. Their strategy is simple: build fast, prove function, and force the world to adapt. And if their plan succeeds, life as we know it could change more dramatically than during the rise of the internet. Think about it. No more charging stations, no more grid failures, no more fuel shortages, no more excuses for poverty where power is the only missing ingredient. A world where every house, every car, every school, every hospital generates its own clean energy. No middlemen, no monopolies, no barriers, just access. For the first time in history, Africa wouldn't be catching up, it would be leading. Yet, the true tipping point is still ahead. According to insiders close to the project, a public demonstration is being prepared. Not a closed-door test, not a leaked photo, but full-scale reveal witnessed by global media and streamed to millions online. Rumors suggest the event will feature a Tesla vehicle equipped with Chikumbutso's self-charging module, driving continuously in control loop, 24 hours straight, without plugging in even once. No excuses, no camera cuts, no tricks, just undeniable proof. Sources say Elon Musk himself may take the driver's seat, not just to validate the technology, but to send a message to every doubter, regulator, and competitor watching. This is real. Adapt or be left behind. But there's another twist developing quietly. Several major nations, including the United States, China, and Saudi Arabia, are said to be urgently seeking meetings with Chikumbutso's team, hoping to secure licensing rights before the deal becomes exclusive. The irony? These same countries once dismissed Africa as a mere consumer technology. Now they're scrambling to license it from an African inventor. And through it all, Maxwell Chikumbutso remains remarkably quiet, refusing interviews, avoiding celebrity, and rarely posting publicly. Those close to him say he's not interested in fame. He's interested in legacy. He often repeats one phrase: Technology is useless if it doesn't free people. Perhaps that's why Elon Musk, a man obsessed with the future of humanity, sees in Chikumbutso not just an inventor, but a philosophical ally. They're not just building machines. They're building a new definition of freedom. And when that freedom finally reaches ordinary families, the world may witness a social transformation unlike anything seen before. Imagine a farmer in rural Malawi running irrigation pumps day and night, not fearing the cost of diesel. Picture a school in remote Ethiopia powering laptops, lights, and internet without waiting for government infrastructure. Think of a single mother in Lagos never again worrying about blackout-induced food spoilage or unsafe nights without electricity. These aren't futuristic fantasies. They're the first real-world applications being discussed in internal deployment plans. The partnership between Musk and Chikumbutso isn't targeting luxury markets first, but high-impact zones, communities where one portable generator could lift an entire village above energy poverty in a single day. And once people taste permanent, free-flowing power, no political leader or corporate institution will ever again be able to hold electricity hostage. But revolutions rarely happen without resistance. Some African utility companies, fearing obsolescence, are reportedly preparing lobbying campaigns to restrict privately generated energy beyond certain limits, disguising protectionism as safety measures. International trade bodies may attempt to classify this tech as a strategic infrastructure risk, meaning it could be subject to heavy tariffs or import restrictions. Yet all of this may be too little, too late. Musk's strategy has always been simple. Move faster than opponents can regulate. And here's the most astonishing part. This alliance is only phase one. Documents circulating among Tesla insiders suggest that after energy stabilization, phase two involves integrating Chikumbutso's power modules directly into SpaceX habitats, potentially enabling permanently self-sustaining bases on the Moon or Mars. In other words, a Zimbabwean inventor, once dismissed as a dreamer, may end up powering humanity's first interplanetary colonies. The world may soon realize that this isn't just about Africa's rise or Tesla's dominance. It's about rewriting the entire narrative of human advancement, not from the top down, but from the forgotten edges of the map back to the center. The real turning point will come on the day this technology finally goes commercial. The day someone can walk into a store or click a button online and purchase their own self-sustaining power unit. Governments will scramble to regulate it. Corporations will rush to acquire it, and citizens will fight to access it. Experts predict that the first 24 hours of public release could trigger the largest technological waiting list in human history, surpassing even the launch of the first iPhone. Unlike smartphones, however, this isn't a gadget. It's a lifeline. People won't be buying for convenience. They'll be buying for independence. And once households begin disconnecting from national grids, energy companies could face the same fate that newspapers, DVD rentals, and landline telephones suffered, fading into irrelevance while still denying that change has arrived. And perhaps that is the most poetic part of this entire saga. A technology born from the genius of a man once ignored, now set to become a force that no one can ignore. Energy won't just flow through wires anymore. It will flow through people. Through their choices, their independence, their unstoppable will to rise. And so, the world now stands at the edge of a new era, an era not defined by oil, coal, or even lithium, but by boundless, borderless energy. Historians may one day look back and say that the true revolution didn't begin with governments or global summits, but with two unlikely allies, a South African-born tech titan and a quiet Zimbabwean inventor who refused to let skepticism silence possibility. Whether it triggers chaos or prosperity, resistance or unity, one thing is undeniable. The age of controlled energy is ending, and the age of personal power has begun. Some will fight it, some will fear it, but millions will embrace it, not just as a technological upgrade, but as a birthright. And when the lights of every village shine as brightly as every city, when no child grows up in darkness, when no nation waits to be saved because it has learned how to save itself, that will be the moment the world finally understands what Maxwell Chikumbutso meant when he said, "Technology is only meaningful when it frees humanity." And on that day, long after headlines fade and corporations fall, people will remember not the size of the deal, but the scale of the liberation that followed. This wasn't just a partnership. It was the spark that lit the future.